Hey everybody! Before I introduce my guest, I'd first like to apologize for the lack of uploads recently. I'm currently experiencing some medical issue, thankfully none of it related to No Nut November, but also a load of technical issue as well. Anyway, let me introduce to Father Sophrony.
Hello there, I am Father Sophrony, and I am here to explain the 6 stages of temptation for those taking on the November challenge. Although many are aware of these stages, I have met few young Christians who truly understand them. These stages reveal the arena of daily battle for Christians, the mind which is constantly assailed by various thoughts. As a young man, I believed these troubling thoughts were inseparable from my own being, which led me to see myself as irredeemable when such thoughts were blasphemous or foul. When I first learned about the 6 stages, I was set free from a great deal of guilt, and it became my mission to help others find the same freedom. It's important to note that for many, the first 4 stages often occur immediately and without our conscious awareness. Over time, however, one can develop the ability to recognize these stages as they unfold and actively resist them. This awareness marks the beginning of the journey toward sinlessness, or at least the pursuit of such. As Christ urges us, "Be the perfect as I am perfect, and go and sin no more, lest something worse befall you." Before I begin, I would like to say that these teachings are not only intended for Christians, but non-Christians as well, as I believe any who listen will be able to find truth in what I share. The 6 stages are as follows. 1. Suggestion. Our lives are overflowing with suggestions from images, videos, and intrusive thoughts. This is the stage at which we must engage in spiritual warfare. Suggestions are simply the arrows demons throw our way, and our task is to crush them using the spiritual weapons at our disposal, particularly the sign of the cross and the Jesus prayer. Remember, no sin is committed at this stage. The thoughts are external suggestions, not yet sins. 2. Disturbance of the intellect. This stage is like the calm before the storm. It is the brief pause in which we become aware of a choicito, accept or reject the suggestion. No sin has been committed here either, but allowing this slight pause to go unchecked means we are starting to play with fire. 3. Coupling. In the coupling stage, we begin to become attached to the thought itself. We entertain the possibilities, generate our own thoughts around it, and even start imagining sinful deeds. This is the beginning of sin, and we become guilty of any new thoughts we generate at this point. However, the original thought remains just a suggestion. Do not give incast the thought aside. 4. Assent. Once we decide to commit the sin in our mento, act on the thought we have entered the 4th stage. At this point, we are guilty of committing the sin in thought, even if, by God's mercy, we may still be spared from the actual action. 5. Predisposition. Continually giving in at stage 4 leads to a predisposition toward that sin. The Fathers refer to this as second nature. While our human nature is indeed fallen and inclined to sin, sin itself is not part of our true nature. With repeated surrender, however, sin can become a second nature, while our true nature is one of purity. Sin remains something foreign, even if it feels like second nature. 6. Passion. In this final stage, the thought has grown into a passion. dominating our lives and driving us to sin habitually and repeatedly. Yet, even at this point, the passion cannoned must be rooted out and healed. This effort will require every ounce of strength we have, but God is faithful and will deliver us if we trust in Him. Stand on the edge of the abyss. As one of the Fathers says, and when you feel it is beyond your strength, take a break and have a cup of tea. May God strengthen you in this battle and lead you toward peace and freedom.